hold on. Alright, I need something to put me in a bad, like sad, depressed mood. You know, what's something just like real, just horrible to the human race? Okay, no. No. What the? Wait, I thought I deleted that. Oh, it's not fair. Oh, okay.
I wanna say I'm sorry.
You see, now never in my 30 years of YouTubing have I ever had to apologize to another. Now see, I hated the King of Roy. It's no secret.
Like, bro, this is talent to y'all? Oh my fucking gosh, bro. Can you walk faster, my nigga? I'm tripping the fuck out this nigga. I'm going behind him, scooping that nigga leg, what? I'm like, bing, 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 bing. You know what I'm saying? Got it. Bing, bing.
Like, damn! I was putting up numbers in these hating streets. But it's crazy now, because how did this yo genuinely go from someone I publicly outed, despised, or be someone that I used the word hate for? I mean, look at the rough version of this script from 3.5 years ago of me just trying to work out the sections of this video. Goddamn! You would think this dude bullied me that one time in front of a bunch of 9s and 10s. Now be someone I can't go a day without having in my ears. Hey. It ain't like that. I mean, y'all ain't wrong. But damn, I don't know, LAROI just became undeniable and grew out of that industry plant protege, generic emo rap mode and became his own man. A one-of-a-kind generational talent who's always either got a song on trending, snippet that fans are hyped for, multiple gold and platinum singles here and there, Grammy nominated bid, and a solid fan base he feeds and shows love to when out and about, and is one of my favorite artists of all time, no doubt of this generation. Oh yeah, by the way, this is coming from the dude who just said.
Hold on. Let me go look at Juice WRLD's there we go. Whoa.
He's fine to me. I mean, fire to now. All right, y'all gotta go. And in that video, I was tripping. I was annoying, childish, playing tough guy, and going on and like off topic sometimes. I was singing too. I think I talked about this dude's stroke game.
Hey, bro, the fucking label spent a bag for this girl, bro. This nigga probably happy as hell.
Yay, she's on me, yes! Sex, yay! Blinded with rage, right? But I went as far as to make personal attacks on his character, like as a person, a human, and judge his past, his come up, and all the things he'd been through like I knew him, like I knew it all. Not even a full year or so into his breakout. It's just embarrassing to look back on. Something I'm truly ashamed of and what I cringe back on when watching my early work. And I need to own up to that. It's embarrassing, yo. Still kind of funny though.
Like, what is that? What is that?
I hate it. I hate that video so much, bro, that you know what? I'm gonna take all the money I made from that hour-long video and donate it to like an anti-bullying charity or something. Like on me. I promise y'all, I'm gonna link it in the description and everything. But I'm sorry. And almost 5 years later, to the day that I made that, to where I'm at now with him, I thought this journey that I've been on, from seeing him as a joke to a GOAT, is unique. But not so much, huh? Cause I know I ain't alone when it comes to LAROI. I saw those comments as well, and thought that I ought to look at that story and how exactly I got to this point with him, because I feel like it's just something I need to do. And where better to start from than no, not exactly when he was 14 and when he looked like Bruce Wayne's day one homie, but a few years after that, where we were supposed to believe that the performing arts school attending Charlton Kenneth Jeffrey Howard came up out of the mean streets of Sydney, Australia, in a damn vlog doc with Adam 22, where dudes was trying to make this paradise look like Chirac 2 or something. Like, what in the hell was that all about? Nigga, is that Kangaroo Jack back there? When in all reality, when he popped off into the mainstream, in our eyes, this dude had just came up out of nowhere with Let Her Go and got that Cole Bennett co-sign from the jump. Let Her Go was cool. I wasn't mad at it, which was whatever. It's the business, the industry that the underground rep and Cole Bennett was now a part of and a big name in. I didn't hear of Skies, Pump, or even Juice before they got the lyrical lemonade effect and had their banger runs in the Cloud era. But they felt real, believable, generational, inescapable from my feed at one one point. And there was also a consistent history to look back on and see the growth in quality and fan base throughout their years. But with the kid LAROI, all you got from his past was, oh, he's friends with Juice WRLD, had a song with Skies in 2018, and the most shortest, most vague ass no jumper interview ever, where I was left with more questions than answers about who he really was and where he came from.
Is a very different, you know, is a very
Dude was an industry plant. Wasn't no convincing me otherwise. And as far as industry plants go, oh my god, how much time we got? It was up with them boys, yo. That was like the worst thing to be called in 2019. When LAROI came up and when these dudes massacred my beloved emo rap that niggas died about, by the way, turning it into nothing more than a punchline. I was fed up with the new emo rap scene that was void of any of the feeling or essence of what I knew for it to be, to what it had become now, with these badass Jack Francis variants talking about how I got shawty did them wrong and they don't want to live on. And have you got a Xanax? Cause I need one. LAROI was just another one of them I quickly dismissed. Yes, I put LAROI in the same box as Jumex. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Plants, man. I was sick of it.
So by that late 2019 time, when LAROI came around and started to become the face of it,
I was already knee deep going in on these fools on my own channel. And oh yeah, remember this guy? Big inspo at the time. Like I swear, artist, if he dropped a 20-minute expose video on you and your shady ass career, you just knew it was over. Had internet money sweating gallons that year, boy. Let me tell you. But speaking on docs and videos and shady careers, that brings me to Pat CC's Curious Case and Hello Yassine's Dark Side of the Kid LAROI videos, revealing, exposing, and really deep diving into the behind the scenes truth into his meteoric yet blurry come up. Firstly, exposing his mom and dad for being in the industry for the first time to the public's knowledge. Apparently he had a manipulative, Joe Jackson ass, overworking, pimping momager that was a Facebook militant, making endless posts about every single toenail LAROI clipped as a youngin', and allegedly was strong-arming folks, making offers they couldn't refuse and shit, and threatening to sue folks to take down old videos and music with LAROI that she didn't approve of, like we should all know about that whole Marcus fiasco, who in short was a friend, a mentor, a DJ, a big brother to his, 15, 14-year-old self at the time? The first musical connection LAROI made that then led to so many vital others in his career. The Dream Team, they were called. Then when LAROI started to make waves, suddenly moving away with his mother and never crediting just some guy in a crappy garage, virtually shutting down the dreams that he and someone who helped him make his first couple of properly mixed and done songs in his own studio space for free, getting him his first gigs, radio play, and getting it through to his child version of Penguin in his 2028 biopic looking at, to focus on singing instead of just rapping. Yeah, leaving that guy in the dust. Marcus never to hear from them again. It was nuts. But we never got his side of the story. LAROI, his team never formally responded, just let it ride. Well, kinda. I remember that Yassine video going up and going so dumb like damn near immediately, and being the first legit stain on the name of LAROI up until that mid-2020 point. That was then shortly followed up by LAROI's team removing it and threatening to strangle Yassine when they find him for making it. Just denied everything in the DMs. Trying to cover it up? It ain't sit right with me, and still don't. But we'll get into that a little later, because beyond all that noise, what really sat wrong with me and what really made LAROI an op of mine, as you could just chalk up a lot of the previous actions to just be business, you know, the industry. To me, this was where they took it to a place that could never be forgiven. You see, the Kid LAROI's label he was signed to, Grade A Productions, and media outlets by proxy, started marketing him as the next Juice WRLD, which felt wrong. Like weeks after his passing, bro was still laid up in that goddamn airport when they started dropping articles talking about this and that, and while I'm sitting here like, yeah, for sure they might have been good homies and all, behind the scenes being label associates, and they was. That's irrefutable. But I don't know about y'all, but I was a Juice WRLD fan. Here's his top 10, yeah bitch. And he had never even acknowledged LAROI before, like co-signed him heavy or name dropped him on the song, let alone call him his prodigy. Tell me I'm wrong. And then Grade A even used multiple Juice WRLD posthumous releases to further promote LAROI, getting him free placements on there and shit, like he was up next, passed the torch to. And that kills my whole view on bro. I fucking hated that. I hated him. more. You can't be him. You're him. Look at him. You would never be on the same or near the level he ever was. You can't amount to him. You plant. Just stick to your lane and stuff like Let Her Go. That was a good start, in which oh yeah was released like less than 48 hours before Juice's passing. So I'm sitting here like disingenuous, fake, backstabbing just oozed out of this kid to me. And like, oh, if I could get my hands on him. Even in interviews, it just felt like so much was missing while this narrative was being pushed of him being the future of this and that. When as far as I'm concerned, he was just this little rich mama's boy from a gated community somewhere when he was younger, drank everything with his pinky raised like this, would have all this food in front of him in the morning and just take one bite and a sip of OJ. From an NPC performing arts school, ooh, planted rapper being forced on us with none of the work being put in or a story to follow to make any of it feel genuine. And as for the music itself, it was alright. Let Her Go was cool, like I said. Tekka was the only reason I even clicked on Diva. He has a tape out called Fuck Love. Oh, brother. Hello. Someone already used that. Oh my god. And a song called Tell Me Why about Juice, where he says, tell me why it's so hard to say goodbye. Hello! Riveting. When I get inside of my mind, I lose my mind, my time. What are you going on about? Y'all should know how I feel about Go.
How do y'all listen to this? This is funny now. Oh no, but like, what?
The music was good, sure. But like I said in my hour-long declaration of war, how can a song be good when you have 30 writers and 20 marketing agents and 10 engineers, 5 stylists, and 1 little baby behind you manufacturing it all? I can acknowledge those as good songs because good music is good music, no matter who made it. But I never saw myself going back to LAROI. I ain't trying to hear that. I'll just listen to somebody else who does it, but it's genuine. Now after all that in the video I did, I completely checked out of anything LAROI related after 2020. I wasn't even listening to mainstream rap anymore, as I was mainly on that underground-ish. You know, Slay, Opium, Yeet, even on that Detroit wave a little. So, you know, basically the shit that's mainstream now. But I remember like yesterday, it was one night on the tube, the red one. No, the other one, quit playing. And y'all know how you tend to go down the rabbit hole and go from watching cop body cam assassinations to mukbangs to peak content to just the most laziest shit you ever Hey, where you going? Get back here! One night in like 2023, I remember actually rocking with a LAROI snippet that was dubbed 1,000 Miles Away by fans. It was like 2 years ago at this point. I had heard a preview of it on YouTube Shorts or something in passing while on the toilet, squeezing out a Dave Blunt size one. It was cool and I thought he was headed toward a, you know, a good direction for him, I guess. But don't interrupt my fallen raven. So, you know, I went right back to Summers. But on this day, just surfing the web, I don't know what made me click on a recommended live performance of LAROI doing 1,000 Miles acoustically, but I did it. And this is where my acoustic ass fucked around and found out about his 2022 End of the World tour, and it changed everything for me. Now I know it may seem like just another artist touring, and in one of the few moments that an artist actually profits from their work without splitting it 108 different ways through the label. But no. This show and all of the performances in general from this little 6-month run, yo, check it. I love live performances. Like, if an artist, rapper, has done a live version of something, I'm more likely playing that version of it every single time, even if the OG song is good. And if the OG song is good, it's even better if that's the case. So you have multiple versions of a goated song. And yes, even over those slowed, reverb, sped up, 432 hertz, y'all some goddamn nerds, man. And y'all, I don't even know why. I think it's because it's something like that they're doing live and like in the flesh in one take, regardless of any auto-tune or effects. But the different flows they come up with on the fly, instruments and sounds they come up with, even when they flub and mess up a line, can be so dope and iconic as hell. And it's actually turned me into a ride or die for some artists just off of that ability and care for the craft just off of their performance. And LAROI embodies that for me here, as in my little 2.5-year hiatus, goddammit, something had changed in the kid here. He evolved a bit, and I remember seeing the strides he was making in his career while I was doing my own thing in passing, but being me, the one hater, I was pretty much like, F Love Part 2 and 3 just came out. Oh goody. More Juice songs that he probably ain't want you on? Acquired this IMVU generated baddie on his side. Lucky. You still ugly as hell. Man, I've got to get rich. And Without You, the breakout year-defining pop hit, low-key country song that, hey, whatever. He got his one hit. About time. He still sound funny on it though. Then shortly followed up by the Miley Cyrus remix with a pretty worrying music video to it, until you see he was 18 at the time. He was on daytime television still performing the one hit. Okay, whatever. Rap about something else other than Hennessy. Child, this nigga was embracing alcoholism at the age of 16. Got 70 million on Wrong because of Lil Mosey. Played the ultimate cuck role in his music video for So Done. And wow, a Juice WRLD reference. Oh jeez. Oh damn! And YoungBoy still carried Tragic. Little bro'd him and everything. And then he got with Justin Bieber on Stay, and I just left the chat. But apparently during my hiatus, Bro started touring too. It must have been taking pointers from those two pop icons on that aspect of his craft, because this ain't the same Charlton I know that I was just talking about. And as for the video within itself, after a lighthearted speech he did, thanking the fans for coming out and as well as keeping them alive and pushing for it better and for the release of this next song, as it was one that fans were clamming for at a time when he was unsure and insecure of his next moves and drops due to critics, haters, and bitch-made boys ignorantly shooting it down yet again. Is that a picture of me? And he performs it. The song 1,000 Miles that is, but stripped and acoustically, rocking out to the originally kinda trap loop pattern with the light guitar jam in the back, but here kinda slow, smooth. And I mean the aura, it's outrageous. His energy is insane. His projection is powerful. In the chorus as he screams 1,000 miles away, effortlessly harmonizing with these knocking live drums. The black tank, the smile, the sweat, the acne, his suddenly long hair blowing in the wind, the constant in-ear monitor and mic readjusting, all of it, dude. His performance is flawless, and he was looking like a rock star up there, man. A superstar. This Seoul, Korea, October 6, 2022 date is legit one of the greatest shows I've ever witnessed. And I wasn't even there, so just imagine. And the vocals, especially in this time, go so crazy and help me see how good he's always been in reality. I'm telling you, cause like these performances even managed to make me like the stuff on those F Love mixtapes that I hate and couldn't stomach for more reasons than one being the uncomfortable, off-putting vocals, like the songs before that I clowned in that video, with their titles and generic lyrics that on the surface were some that I openly laughed at, but all that meant nothing now and changed simply because of his performances. I mean, just look.
You could. You don't need pick up my calls no more. I'm trying to get left alone with all my soul, baby. Maybe I'm driving me crazy. Maybe it's me, it's not you. Maybe it's you who can save me. I got love for you, but I hate me. So maybe there's no way to change me. Pray to God, lead me in the right direction. Yeah, wake up and count my blessings. Never stressing, I wake up, I pray to God, lead me in the right direction. Yeah, wake up and count my blessings. I've been on the low. Okay, no. I know they hate, I pay them no attention. I know they hate, I pay them no attention. So concentrated on my business, I don't got time for the games. Don't pay no mind to these lanes, I'm in my own separate lane. I mean, I'm just saying. Now I'ma be savage, but you made it happen. And you made a habit of getting down. I'm gonna be selfish, and no one can change my mind. No one can change my mind. No one can help it. Oh, I'm gonna be. You're selfish, all you are. And no one can change my mind. No one can help it. Oh, I'm gonna be.
fan now. Goddamn, man. Even after all I just said.
You ain't shit and these bitches is dangerous. Now I do them just how you did to me.
That flow is so ass.
So what the hell changed? What just happened? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, like I did that right there. Like and subscribe, shawty. Like and subscribe. I think all my fellow TKL Army soldiers can agree that this was the beginning of a new era for him. For real, like dead ass. From the Lift Vivo versions of Stay, Over You, and Still Chose You, really solidifying his abilities with those last two for me. Or when he rocked out the Lola Fest, looking like prime Kurt Cobain up there. His BBC's Reading Festival rendition of Without You, and bruh, don't even get me started on the look at that. It's just awesome, man. Like he was made for this. I mean, he was made in a plant factory though. Yep. Man, who am I kidding? These raw performances where this kid's pouring his soul out on these songs, whether it's in front of 500 or 20,000 people, I can't believe that I was so late on this. Hearing these songs for the first time, I couldn't get enough of these now. I was digging his catalog. Live. But before I resumed doing tricks on the kids meet, it wasn't all just performances and this and that, as it was a new unofficial era for us fans, like me, what? That he and we were in the midst of, where he was growing, not only in popularity and mainstream success due to the entire F Love trilogy gaining notoriety partially because of Stay, now becoming the, either I think it's like a top 10 or top 5 most streamed song on Spotify ever, 2021 song of the summer. Man, saying it blew up wouldn't be doing it justice. This ain't no Pentagon, dude. No crap, is diamond status by now. So not only all that in the music landscape, but he was growing physically and quickly and had morphed into this whole new look now. Wasn't a begging sir please looking ass no more. Big sweater ass, lil body ass, emo twin finna float away any second now with that mop. Man, get to the next scene, man. I hate this picture. But he grew his luscious locks out, looking like someone auntie with them frizzy curls in his head. That he dyed pink that one time. And had these damn shades that I swear you never saw him without for a fat minute. Now I cannot confirm that his cars were getting any faster. Bro don't seem like the driving type, but his money did get longer. So once he got that Stay stimulus check, he got these piano, keyboard, guitar hero, Billie Jean tile ads he built up in his previously putrid mouth and wasn't ashamed of them in the slightest bit. You couldn't stop him from smiling, showing all 32, like Travis Hunter, who should have nothing to smile about. Bro, she is literally bought a crib, and I can't blame the kid, especially when you're out at Disney World kicking it with Olivia Rodrigo and her friends, and her friend right there, or whatever. She cool, I guess. She'll never play no part in his life for like love or like ever. He was booked and busy, on the road working, living the life of a pop star. He was an A-list celebrity, I say, a constant entity doing shows and interviews with iHeartRadio, poppin' Aussie radio podcast personalities, is no doubt a big name there now, like one of their top stars, second behind Iggy, you know, and as well as on festival lineups. He would be performing close to the headline time at those shows, and as he was starting to get closer and closer to him, started looking more and more like Justin Bieber every day. It was the most freaky thing I've ever seen. But the thing was, LAROI had no new music coming out for a while though. Just features, unfinished leaks, and more shows on his schedule, still pushing Stay in the F Love series. But some of his new unreleased music at that time that he would sometimes tease and play at shows was the craziest stuff I had heard from him yet, and that I was like genuinely so excited for, as they sounded like him live, or him now I should say. You see, LAROI was a star now, had JB, Ed Sheeran, Elton John co-signs. He was up, he was successful, one of my favorite artists now. But there still wasn't a project for me to look back on and say, yeah, I'd go back and solidly listen to that top to bottom. Like, yup, that's the one that did it for me. And it was a strange situation I had never been in with an artist before, as still to this day, while I say those F Love records started to grow on me, I don't listen to that shit. Like CDQ, I can't stand it. I can't play it around the homies. Maybe this is the 2020 hater in me coming out, but nah, his voice was like prepubescent and pitchy and screechy, rougher, raspier, like kind of deeper at times. The songs, I mean, like the mixing is different from track to track. It seemed like it with the title, but he wasn't sticking to a concept. He'd contradict himself on different songs. How do you listen to this?
Oh my fucking god.
I see you fine, but I'm fine.
This nigga voices are no.
Like I've said, they've grown on me because of the structure, the melody, the ideas, and the all-round potential is there. I mean, the songs aren't bad themselves, just unsure. That being said, boy do I love me the live versions of these F-Love songs. Cause I do. I be singing them live versions too, man. You might catch me on the public bus jamming 1,000 miles talking about I couldn't even if I wanted to. For you. Oh no, no, no. And on Go, you know I gotta hit that. You know I feel with it. Louder! All the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 shit, man. Like, hey, I be getting it, man. Let's get serious. So as he was touring worldwide, perfecting that craft, he was all the while growing up fast, hitting puberty, going through life shit, finding new interests, new friends, losing some, I'm sure, maturing, and redefining his own voice and sound subconsciously to now hear him not only perform live with, but make songs with just like a tone that's so more natural to him, his own, with the stage presence, the confidence yet goofiness up there, now playing to his own strengths and vocal capabilities and not trying to do that damn black voice he used to do.
I done fucked around and shit, but I don't know better. So she always be talking like she know.
His sound had matured so much and vastly, and his craft was so different by now, that even in collaborations with artists like Post Malone on Wasting Angels, and even more with Justin Bieber on Unstable from early 2021, comparing those recordings to the performances he did with his big homies not even a year later, highlights this evolution. You're the one I call for security. It's like, bruh, the fact that he can even keep up with these guys it's impeccable. And now I see him up there just loving it and showing love to his fans. Like when he let Kevin Cucumber on stage with him to completely butcher So Done. Let this fan gas up the crowd and shine on his own. JB couldn't be there one night to do his stay verse, but luckily LaRoi replaced him with this bloke and the crowd ain't notice a thing. And the time he had another youngin with him on stage in a tour merch shirt size that I swear he could sleep in, as him and LaRoi were on the big stage on the steps under the spotlight singing Maybe to each other and making that moment for a jit that he probably picked out of the crowd, like literally had to pick up, and that he probably picked out because he saw his younger self in him a little, making that moment, like just singing it to him line for line, face to face. Why is this someone I despised, hated, It's all your fault, Jumax. And then finally, after what really felt like a 2.5-year wait, like every one of them 24-hour days were felt, waiting on him to get a date for this, clear that. Y'all rappers love using that excuse. For the first time to be released, November of 2023. That felt like the culmination of what so many claimed they knew this kid could do when it wasn't clear, but now it being here and obvious, he proved any doubters wrong. Like me, that he could make a proper album, a cohesive body of work, in the cover telling a story itself about shedding that old face, that old skin, and revealing who he is now for the first time, from top to bottom, with all new sounds to him, like lo-fi to acoustic, then these piano ballads with young boy on the piano, yo, full of raw emotion, vocals with less auto-tune and pitch shifting or whatever the fuck. He can sing now, but don't get it twisted, he still got them bars for you, but in an elevated sense of rap, with new production on these beats and an actual songwriting process for all of these songs. I don't think any of them are freestyled like the stuff he did on Goodbye Good Riddance to Welcome and Glad to Have You, and had these transitions he never done before into these synthy dreamy efforts. And to top it off, obviously with that good old pop style he had now ever so successfully perfected and conquered, that all blended into a nice introspective tale about moments in life you have that leave an impact on you like no other, good or bad, never forgetting the first time, or in this case, his first album. It's a LaRoi sounding album. I still think Can't Go Back to the Way It Was should have been the intro though, because
I'm a grown man.
as you can all see, I've grown an unprecedented appreciation and fandom for LAROI like no other. And I can say it's mainly because I understand him now. From watching recent interviews and clips and little appearances he does here and there, you can see how genuine, down-to-earth, humble, and just sweet and like chill and like normal he is. And I didn't want to do this video, and I possibly couldn't have done this video without the documentary Kids Are Growing Up, a story about a kid named LAROI, as that film was vital in getting to know the real him through him in these past couple of years, watching him adjust to this fame and his big move to LA for the first time, you know what I'm saying? And at first, like the mark I am, I was kind of pissed that it wasn't too music focused, as I desperately wanted to know more about the making of the first time. But this direction was cool and like really needed for real. To see his actual personality, struggles, and growth, revealing his dedication to his craft from the get, and truly hearing these confessionals, seeing this footage, and learning that it wasn't all sunshines and rainbows for this kid, unfortunately. Losing friends and relationships, moving from town to town, staying with different relatives and friends from couch to couch, never having a home to call home per se, like all as a kid, because of this life he wanted so bad. It's messed up and really opened my eyes. And it damn sure wasn't this finger-twiddling, elaborate scheme to take over hip-hop as we know it. And I can see that now, and we can tell by his strained and often misconceived relationship with his parents, who he didn't always have the best with because of their divorce and the 180 it did to him and his mother, mentally and financially above all. They didn't have it all, or anything. And looking back, look at this boy, shoot. For the first time, very briefly, acknowledging and revealing his pretty much absent R&B singer, songwriting father to the public, who was relatively known and successful in his own right, working with acts like Joe Budden, Nelly, Fab, Jay-Z, and Fat Joe. And that we've already heard about before, but never from the horse's mouth. LAROI never said it, talked about it, the inner workings and details of their relationship, if they even had any. Possibly in fear of motherfuckers like me ignorantly calling him a nepo baby, and reveals talking how they never really got along, with him not being around, divorced with his mother early on, absent, having that on and off thing. Milk was just never in the crib. Nowadays trying to rekindle that connection, settling down now with both of them being successful and in a different space in life, getting to know each other again. Which, okay, listen, is part of what makes me think drove his extremely supportive, hungry, and possibly ill mother to push LAROI as a youngin', as well as out of his own volition, talent, and passion and drive, into becoming his own man, his own supporter, his own guy to play catch with, his own grown-up to look to provide for his family through this pipe dream of becoming this major Australian rap star. This dream was it. Shit goes deep, man. Luckily, he could say, "Mama, we did it." I mean, yeah, he was in performing arts schools, but isn't everybody in Australia? I mean, look what they be wearing on a regular February school day. And that don't discount the hardship and talent it took for him to become TKL, which makes me happy to see him from this hungry kid who was always on the go, rapping to live, yet sad to see and learn that he was now thrusted into this life without a foundation, a normal sense of childhood like any of us, or an identity of himself just yet. He's doing better though. LAROI is a good guy, talented, hardworking, but had to be molded and pushed into stardom, and was told and guided what to do, how to portray himself as in this industry, being influenced and pushed by his parents, or parent, and eventually grade A, and going with it because he wanted it. He knew no other way. They knew best, right? And it was all to his benefit. I mean, look at what he is now. Yeah, but it was also to the detriment of his image. It all led to his success now, but at what cost? He was just a kid. With LAROI, I've seen his struggle, performing in front of 30 people at these talent shows. Even now, he shows love to the homies he's lost and gained along his journey as an artist to a story like this. And regarding the whole Juice thing, basically how after he died, in grade A coming out talking about some up next at 7, 8 Central, the kid LAROI. And with Juice, I don't even think Juice would have been against the idea of LAROI being his successor, like if you asked him on his deathbed or whatnot. But that's not what happened. That's not what this is. This is not genuine. It's not up to y'all, and it's not fair to put on a kid. He ain't deserve all that hate, pressure, harsh criticisms, and the comparisons and expectations that this association, this attachment will bring. Bro, why the hell the homie built like that? Fortunately and ironically enough, just before dropping his biggest hit to date, also dropping, leaving Grade A Productions and joining forces with Pop Thanos in his hoe, Scooter Braun, was the best move for LAROI to make during arguably his best era yet. And I don't want to assume why he left, as LAROI never released an official statement on why, but he still still cool with Bibby, but I can only come to that it was simply due to that. Growing up and finally wanting to present himself in a different light and seen as the kid LAROI, not as Juice WRLD 2. Like, look at ZZZ. Exactly. And now that he's a consenting young adult, he's just his genuine self, making the music he wants, portraying himself the way he wants to, going through all the motions, having hour-long in-depth interviews, dressing different, always on vacation, I think, looking happy, smiling with them damn chompers he installed, spending 6 days in Mexico, and oh, whoa now! And it's not like the 2020 e-boy aesthetic Pinterest FYP, but more like the early 2000s Y2K type thing, you know, kind of dope, it's kind of fitting, you know, works for him. Even now, he's really coming to his own, making strides and big moves in his career. Played a stadium just recently, is out here singing Christmas songs to these hoes. Mariah, watch your ass, is glowing, previewing some new happy like 2000s type new music, the stuff that we grew up on and that just brings us joy, and it's bringing him joy, and he's happy, I'm happy. You Ugly is now dating the female version of him. I swear, take me crazy. Oh, man. Someone who knows what it's like to be a child performer on that sad girl wave. Now Happy, a hell of a performer, stunting on these hoes, and is like peak woman. Oh, good lord. He just grew up and grew an actual engaged audience who love him for him, not anybody or anything else. And so do I. I hated this guy. I'm such a dumbass. I'm sorry, man. Read the title. Now I can honestly say, and it's been that way for a while, I don't even think about Juice WRLD anymore when seeing him. Juice is not the first topic you discuss when bringing up LAROI anymore. It's not a part of his appeal. It's not his brand. And he's probably gonna be bigger than he ever was now. And he's paying homage, carrying the legacy in the best and only way he can. That's just by being the star that Juice always said he would be.
LAROI, the superstar LaBoy.
Now originally this is where the video ended, but I couldn't help it. Now LAROI has not only come out and openly said how exhausted of and overrated he thinks the song Stay is, and hates playing that Kids Bop #1 piece of ass shows, got that Doja Cat Say So thing, but he's also quoted himself and said that he knows that he is in fact just guac to them.
He's nice for them, I know I'm just guac. I see money.
Nah, but really. He's also said that the song Bleed is his favorite song, the best song he's made, the greatest curation his catalog has to offer. And I couldn't agree more. You see, despite all the penis hugging I've been doing, you would think that I would have trouble choosing between this or that, or What Just Happened, or 1,000 Miles, or Nights Like This. But Nights Like This ain't even top 10 on the first time, oh god. Whatever, man, this is it. It's my all-time favorite song of his. It's the second track on the first time that really resonates with me on a whole nother level, apart from the other 20-some songs on the album. For some reason, it hits every time, never gets old, and there's not a day or two that go by where I don't loop this hoe a couple of times at least. And I can't believe I'm saying this, is one of the greatest pieces of music I've ever heard throughout the entirety of my life. Like, no joke. Legit, it brings tears to my eyes. Words can't even describe it, but I'll try. The layered harmonies on the chorus, the falsettos, the deep tones, with the raw, angsty vocals over my favorite instrument, the acoustic guitar, the bouncy nature and strumming of the chords, and that buildup of a heartbreaking melody with every line full of emotion hitting harder than the last, nearing the end leading to the final chorus, and that bridge where it feels like everything is closing in on you, where it sounds as if he's losing his softer melodic composure from the start and can't contain his emotions any longer. Damn! Bleed, man. Goddamn Bleed. The lyrics, the storytelling of this song is one of having trouble of letting go of an ex and then watching them carry on, move on to another like it's nothing, while you still feel those same emotions. It hurts. It bleeds, leaving you questioning, how did yours mend so easy, you stupid hoe? It's an anthem for me and should be for every LAROI fan. Something you know by heart, as it's showcasing the new, most definitely improved, real, peak LAROI. And I say the real LAROI because he's made heartfelt songs about breakups before, like going from being so hurt in the past that he's now selfish to the idea of loving someone, saying F love, being lonely and effed up, and seeing himself living this life until he's out of his luck or, you know, dead. Cut to him not feeling that way anymore, allowing himself to confide in another, fall in, I guess it's love again, now stupidly finding himself hurt once again, laid out bleeding, it hits on another level for us. With bro being so open and vulnerable nowadays, we saw it because from the documentary mentioned earlier, when the track that has won 11 Grammys, 5 Emmys, 6 Oscars, and 1 Tony, In My Bedroom, Bleed, when it came up, just after seeing him record that heart-wrenching bridge, he essentially talks about how it's about Katrina or Katarino, or whatever this damn walking Facetune preset. What my bad, and the name was. And them, after a 3 to about 3.5 years of a relationship, coming to terms mutually splitting to the first time to our knowledge, due to her going off to school, I believe, or moving away in some sense, moving on, not believing in their relationship enough, or rather their young, fast lives, encountering numerous situations and people every day to stay faithful and do the long distance thing. They broke up, leading to this creation to record this acoustic heartbreak ballad classic poetry, nigga, poetry. Just listen to his Cindy performance of it with Post. You're welcome. It's crazy because he couldn't do this in 2019. And the fact that this funny looking kid from 2019, who I thought was planted in riding Juice WRLD's coattails straight out of the Wednesday cast, could come so far, become a favorite of mine, make a song that's ingrained in my soul, man. Fuck you, sad sailor. Oh God, it's smoke when I see you. And man, I cry. Not only with Bleed, because of everything I just said about his soul layered content, and like, my nigga, did you not just pay attention to everything we talked about the past 5 minutes? But I cry when listening to Love Again, Can't Go Back, Stick With Me, the Mike Dean version of Guess It's Love, his Drake Shot For Me cover, cause yeah, you know, I was kind of faking it a little bit back then. I ain't gonna lie, it's tough, especially this version. I'm back for forget the content and delivery on songs like Where Does Your Spirit Go, when bro's literally wailing and sniffling on the MP3 about Juice WRLD's passing, and his POV seeing blood come up out of his idol's nose right in front of him on that cold December night. But because of everything I talked about his stroke game,
Juice WRLD's successor. Like, he didn't love you, man.
And went as far as to use the word hate for someone I love and appreciate now. Like, why did I'm so stupid. I don't know how to love people. Doing all this, writing this script and making this video, blazing the soul out this kid, and being the same guy who made this goddamn Forsaken video that should never be mentioned again, I can't help but feel like a goofy. But you know what? I'ma leave it up because it's like growth. I cringe so hard though. And it's like one comment said, no hate, but you sound like that one kid in school that is the weirdo trying to be funny but it's not working. Man, fuck y'all, bro. What the fuck? Man, at least I tried, goddamn. The moral lesson is to not blindly hate on children for an hour straight. And with artists, period, don't count them out fully. Give them another shot. I mean, this is their passion. This is what they love to do until they finally get it and keep hitting on these strides and strokes in life and bust all over you out of nowhere. I hated the kid LAROI. Thought he was a planted disgrace with 100 riders on deck who was just mid at best with no substance, no work ethic of his own, no knowledge, no wisdom, all acne, and now I love him. I'm sorry. Do your thing, partner. Justin, tell these grown-ass women now that Jelena is dead. D-E-A-D, in the dirt. It's been 10 years, y'all. Grow up. He has a jits in his hands. Long live the 999. TJ, you handsome boy. Tate, if you're ever ready to stop playing around with them little kids, you know what I'm saying? Let me know when you're ready to holla at a real nigga, shot it. Okay. I apologize again. So LAROI, keep on rocking in the free world. And oh yeah, before I let you go and before we get watch this, LAROI, Charlton, can I call you? Nah, I'm saying, since we cool like that now, please give us a live studio compilation album, kind of like how your big bro used to, with this track list. Oh hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Please and thank you. Like, I'm begging, you know what I mean? Like, my birthday coming soon. Actually, have you ever had your perception completely change about an artist? Could it happen to me with someone else again? Let me know in the comments, and I'ma see y'all when I see y'all.
Hey, big gun, same size as a little kid. Pulling money out that bitch like she at ATM. Make friends, nah, boy, I wanna make bands. Cause I wanna jag, and my shorty wanna big bands.
Just send me a fucking dollar. I don't wanna talk to y'all, please.
not even catchy. Really not even catchy, bro. Nigga had 300 niggas in the 300 niggas in the studio.